Hi everyone, this is a reaction video to Joe Rogan's last podcast, where he had Robert Oberst as a guest and they were talking about all kinds of things, but then they spent 6 minutes of the whole thing just talking shit about me. And because of that, I made this little video. I'm going to just set the record straight about some of the bullshit that they were putting out. So let's, without further ado, just dive into it and see what they were talking about.
The Joe Rogan experience.
Now, what about food? Like, what kind of diet are you guys on?
We all basically eat the exact same thing.
Yeah?
We all just a ton of meat and rice, and we do a lot of peppers and stuff like that.
What? You eat what?
A ton of meat and rice, and we do a lot of peppers and stuff.
You do what? Peppers?
And we do a lot of peppers and stuff like that.
No one's vegan?
Okay, so what we see here is that Joe is trying to push this into a certain direction. I just wonder, what is it with you and veganism, Joe?
No one's vegan?
No. Not any of those top ones in the world.
Isn't there that one guy, that Patrick, what the fuck's his name?
Yeah, baby! Yeah! I am fucking growing all plants! All plants! Whoa! Seriously, Joe, you don't even remember my last name? I was trying so hard to get your attention a few years ago when I called you out on your hunting bullshit. You break my heart, brother.
There's a vegan strongman I've heard of. I don't remember his name, but he's not like he's never been the world's strongest man.
Yes, you're right. I never won the world's strongest man. Have you ever won the world's strongest man? I was just wondering, so I checked your Wikipedia. It doesn't mention one single competition you won. That's weird, isn't it? So it looks like you haven't even, you haven't won anything in your whole career. And I haven't won World's Strongest Man, that's right. But then I won some other competitions, like, this list here. German Open overall champion, IFBB in bodybuilding. That was when I was a junior, so that's a few years ago. 2 times German lightweight champion in strongman. German heavyweight champion in strongman. European champion in raw powerlifting. 1 official lightweight world record. 3 official heavyweight world records. Against 0 competitions won.
Well, there's a documentary they're doing with James Cameron where they're trying to promote him as being... James Cameron is on this vegan kick. Mm-hmm. His wife has a school and they feed the kids all vegan food, and Arnold's a part of this too. And that guy.
Yeah, I know who that is.
Yeah.
He's not one of the strongest men in the world. He's a strong man, and he's strong. And and no disrespect, I'm not saying anything bad about him. He's just
put that back up again, Jamie.
He's just and from what I recall, he's never even been invited to World's Strongest Man.
So it's bullshit.
Yeah, I mean, you can say a lot of things. Like this guy, say he broke a record in like some powerlifting competition that was in a guy's backyard, right? Uh-huh. And they call that a world record. And then all of a sudden now he's a world record strength athlete because his buddy in his backyard said so.
So Robert here suggests that I might have set these world records in my backyard. Okay, Robert. Let's take a look at some of these world records that I set in my backyard. Shall we? What a nice backyard I have. And look at that camera work. I've got the best camera guys in my backyard. Oh, I've got many, many happy people in my backyard. Look at that, Robert. That's a nice backyard, isn't it? Did you see that pool? Now, look at this one. Look, I can fit more than 2,000 screaming people in my backyard. Isn't that cool? By the way, this part of my backyard is in Toronto, Canada. So yeah, my backyard is so big, it's intercontinental. And you know what they say? Size matters. My backyard is bigger than yours. Damn right. It's bigger than yours. I could show you, but I have to charge. So Robert, I think you clearly lost the backyard game. I definitely got the bigger backyard. But, you know, you could have some other big things. You're a big dude.
I have no clue where he's getting his credentials from.
Let me enlighten you. All my world records have been sanctioned either by Guinness World Records or by the German section of Strongman Champions League. So, because, you know, Strongman Champions League is where I did all my international competitions against all the big names like Big Z and Hafthor and so on, who actually, you know, won international competitions.
His credentials
Eats
from
1 meal a day.
See, this is ridiculous. 1 meal a day and vegan.
Yeah, Robert, I agree. That's ridiculous. It's just as ridiculous as the fact that Joe is talking about something that I have never done. He's obviously just making things up, or he just taking information about other people and just projecting that on me, because there is no information about me that I have eaten 1 meal a day. I never eaten only 1 meal a day. I actually like to eat, and I eat many meals a day. So this is now getting ridiculous because you guys are just making shit up.
Vegan professional powerlifter, 2013 set the deadlift world record for his weight class. Oh, it's only 672 pounds.
For how much does he weigh though? There's 672 isn't even big for guys that are like 115.
Well, he's only 5'7".
Again, you guys are just mixing up stuff. I don't know who that vegan powerlifter is with that record, but I don't have a deadlift world record. My PR in the deadlift is a triple with 800 pounds, and that's actually not that far away from Robert's numbers. Actually, his official numbers are lower than that, so that makes me stronger in the deadlift than he is. So I don't know what the fuss is about.
Well, he's only 5'7", so he's smaller than me.
Joe, yeah, I'm smaller than you.
Okay.
So he's smaller than me.
So they're talking about powerlifting too. So once you get into powerlifting, there's so many little federations and stuff. Like everybody and their mother has world records and just this and that. And
so this documentary is touting, because that's why I was confused. Like all the strongmen that I've seen are giants.
Right.
Like how can a 5'7" guy?
Well, Joe, let me invoke Mark Twain here when he says, it's not about the size of the dog in the fight. It's about the size of the fight in the dog.
Well, because the James Cameron thing, they're pulling this guy out as if he's some world record powerlifter, strongman guy.
He probably has
for his
a
weight
world
class.
record. He probably has some type of world record. I've seen him because I've posted videos talking about my meals and stuff before, and a lot of people give me that, like, this guy does this and he's vegan.
Yeah.
But I mean, if the biggest pull he's ever pulled is 627, then that wouldn't even do, like, that would get last place at an amateur heavyweight show in America.
Yeah, right. Only that his biggest pull is actually 800 pounds for a triple, and that is actually more than your best official pull. So what exactly is your point